Yo people, welcome back to Space Engineers, and we have a lot to do today, but first let me show you something. I have been playing survival on a different world next to this one, and I actually managed to grab some drones and get some skins, and would you look at my fancy suit. Yes, it's a leopard print suit. Isn't that freaking fancy? I also got the helmet for it and the appropriate grinder. Oh man, it's such a small dumb thing, but I love it. Yeah. So I also got something else. I got the rainbow helmet, which is also kind of cool. But since I have the leopard set, I'm gonna wear this. All right. So our plan for today is to go somewhere up there. Not quite to the planet, I presume, but I would love to leave the atmosphere. I think I can do it. I really think I can do it today. Of course, for that we need some kind of rocket. Or, well, a space shuttle of some description. So we have hydrogen tanks. We actually have a shit ton of hydrogen. As you can see, there's one tank half full. This one is empty. This one is full, and this one is, well, not quite full yet, but it's still producing actually. Oh yeah, it is. So yeah, they're still gonna get filled to the brim, I assume. So we can go right ahead and start building a rocket, and I have kind of an image in my head how it's supposed to look. And it's gonna be a small ship rocket for now. Later on we'll build maybe a large grid machine, but right now we're gonna stick to small grid, make it as light and as efficient as possible, hopefully. So let me get some blocks here. Maybe some of that, some of that. We probably will also need to potentially get some more. Oh, I only have 5 power cells left, huh? Can I even produce power cells? Don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. I'm an idiot. Of course I can. So let's make some, actually not that much power cells, maybe 200 power cells. Because even though it's going to be a hydrogen rocket, basically I still want to have a battery on board for some basic functionalities. Because hydrogen, of course, only powers the hydrogen tanks, but it does not power anything else. So lights, antennas, you need power for that. And maybe a solar panel is enough, but I just don't want to risk losing my ship in deep space because it does not have any power. There we go. Actually, we don't need to finish that construction, right? It should hold like that. Also, I need to get my 2 hydrogen bottles because I'm gonna use my jetpack a lot. Because I wanted to build it like a rocket, seriously. So it's gonna be like a very tall structure. It's not gonna be like a tiered thing that I can drop off several parts. I don't see why I should do that. But yeah, where is the? Oh, actually, we have both hydrogen bottles in our inventory. Wait, can we load them if we put them into, I think, the generators, right? Yes, good. We'll get that. Get some motors, actually. We're just gonna start right away. So I have to be honest, I never built something with hydrogen engines. I really have to be honest, because when I build in creative, I build in a mostly in a space environment, so I just use the normal ion thrusters. Therefore, I have no experience with hydrogen thrusters, meaning, oops, we're gonna find out together if I am gonna produce a usable ship or not, I suppose. So, I think the core of our ship will be this. Well, the core, I say. This is like the base part which we're gonna base everything around. The hydrogen tank, of course. Now, it has a large port at the bottom, which means we can put a connector onto that thing. And then we can also put like a connector somewhere in our base. Make like a landing pad, which we're probably gonna do with heavy armor so we don't damage it with thrusters. So we're gonna do something along those lines. Small tubes, large tubes, construction components. Yeah, I see where this is going. This is basically what I expected. Actually, I should like diversify my production queue a little bit. And then some of these. There we go. Now our base is occupied. For 1 hour it should still have energy, and then the sun will soon come up, I think. Yeah, I think the sun is already touching like the higher mountain peaks there, so it will start to get brighter very soon, hopefully. So we'll get more energy. Do we even have components? Doesn't look like it. That's kind of odd. I don't see any construction components. Did we really? Oh, we have some. Yeah, of course we have some problems with our how do you say that? Storage problems, I think is the correct word to use here. Still need a lot of large tubes there. So yeah, I have this very old school rocket design in my head right now. You know, one with the 4 fins at the back, which each will have a thruster on it. Yeah, I'm kind of an old school guy when it comes to stuff like that, really. So yeah, you have to excuse me. I'm not that. The thing is, I can make sometimes in creative I'll do some very futuristic designs. But right now, I think this would look the coolest if we do some old school rocket build. So, wait, hydrogen thrusters, they need to be hooked up by connectors, right? No, not connectors, conveyors, obviously. But I think small conveyors are enough, right? So, let me think. How far out should we go? Like 2, and then put the corner piece and then down, presumably. Also, I like it that this is gonna be like a almost perfect symmetrical kind of ship. I really like symmetries for some reason. I try to build asymmetrical ships every once in a while, and I just can't do it. I can't get myself to build something that is not symmetrical. It's weird, I know, but I really have to think right now. 1 down and then out again. I think that should be a very good basic structure, right? For the, how do you say, like the base thrusters, the ones that will get us out of orbit, hopefully. I really have no idea how strong these are. I know you can like look it up and calculate the amount of power you need, but that's for nerds. No, it's actually, it's very cool that you can do that, and I know there's people who calculate this shit. I just go trial and error most of the time. That's also because I play a lot of creative. That's what you do in creative. You just hope for the best and shoot for it, basically. I really hope I have enough metal grids, otherwise we'll have to go on a journey to find the appropriate materials on this planet. Because I think there's almost every material can be found on planets these days, I think. It's just sometimes like a matter of luck. Ugh, 75 metal grids, that's actually not too much. That might not be enough. I'm pretty sure that's not enough, actually. Because every thruster is 20. Every big thruster is 22 metal grids. Every 4. Yeah. Okay. We need. I think we need to get some materials, but we'll try to build this rocket as far as we can go. Right. So we can basically know how much material we're gonna need, and what kind of material. Because it. Maybe, I don't know, we need something else than just metal grids. And I think the problem with metal grids is that we need cobalt. Cobalt is the issue at this point. So, yeah, that's a thing that we need to carefully think about. Yeah, that will not be enough, not by a long shot. Might be able to complete 2. 3, but we would need 88 for what I want to do right now. I know sometimes the drones will have metal grids in them, but only a few from their own thrusters. So that's nowhere near enough, so yeah. Oh well, we'll try our best. Alright, so that is alright. Now what I thought is that we also put on a oxygen generator onto the ship so we can produce more oxygen in flight by just getting some ice from an asteroid and refill our tanks. So that's another module added on top, right? And I think the cockpit. Now I have to say, I'm not quite sure what cockpit I should use and which orientation it should have. You know, technically it would be cool if we oriented it up. So if we are in the rocket, we're like sitting facing the sky. But which cockpit should I... Should I use the fighter cockpit? I'm not quite sure. I think it's actually better to use this because this has... Yes, this has 2 small ports at the back. So, and these perfectly line up with these things. So, what we do is this. And I just want to leave some space in between here for other important blocks, basically. And now, let me put a... Can I? I cannot really put a light armor block in between. Okay, let me solve that differently then. Like this, and then 2 of these. There we go. And construction component shortage. Yes, obviously. There we go. Another 100. It's actually not gonna be as big as I thought it would be. Unless I'm forgetting something, but I think I have most of the important components on the ship already. I mean, we also need to put on a gyroscope, maybe 2, not quite sure yet. We also need to put on some more sidewards thrusters. Ooh, yes sir, we're gonna loot that thing for sure. First, we're gonna get some displays and some bulletproof glass. Alright, very good. Now, let's go into our little aircraft. Turn on the engine. Dock. Or, no, undock, rather. That's actually really freaking close. Also, let's not try to make the same mistake as last time. That was kind of terrible. Although it only blew up the landing gear, so it was kind of okay. Oh, there it is. Landed like right on the cliffs. Also, I encountered a drone in my other game that had like a sensor in it. And when you got close, it activated the thruster and like jumped away. It was like a frog. It just jumped around when you got close. It was really fun. So they have a ton of different drones, it seems. This one looks interesting. I've never encountered one of these. Where's the button? There's... Oh, there's a... wait. That's the button. And? Aw, nothing. So, let's take it apart. Ooh, wow, this is actually a medium cargo container? Wow, that's a huge. Cannot even take everything with me. Do I have a cargo? I think I can put some things in this, right? Yeah, good. Didn't expect it to have a medium cargo container. That's kind of cool. And there we go. Small reactor. That gives us a few metal grids. Not too much, but a few at least. We technically don't need the steel plates. I mean, we have more than enough steel, but... fuck it. I'm not gonna chase that. Alright. Whoa, the ship already feels kinda heavy-handed right now. Because of all the stuff that I loaded onto it. So yeah, I might later on, depending on how fast we proceed with our shipbuilding exercise, I might go on an exploration trip with this little ship here, trying to find some more resources, some cobalt, so we can get more metal grids. And yoink! Deactivate the engine. There we go. And now we should be able to move this into the cargo container? No? Oh no, I didn't connect it right. That's right, I didn't connect it. I just basically put a connector there so it could load. It's like a fake connector. There's nothing behind it. How much does our base... For how long does our base have energy? It's loading up again, our base, so it's not spending more energy than it's receiving right now, which is a good sign, of course. We got 2 metal grids. That's... yeah. It's a drop on a hot stone, basically, at this point. I mean, I would need to get, by this rhythm, I need to get 6 more drones, and then I have these complete, but of course, that's not enough. So yeah, we'll definitely go on a exploration trip. So, actually, let me rethink this design right here. I'm not quite sure about it at this point. Because I want to include the battery somewhere. Yeah, let me reconfigure that actually. Gonna do it like this. Just have to do one side after another, otherwise it will destroy. Like this. And then get rid of these. And now do this side. See, that's what I meant with I forgot something. Sometimes you'll build a ship and then suddenly you'll remember, oh yeah, I need to fit that in as well, so I need to get a bit more space. But that's what it's all about. That's the game's name. Space Engineer. Well, it's close enough, actually. Not the space I was talking about. That's fine. That's fine. 20 power cells are needed. I should have more than enough. There's 5. Where's the rest? Ah, there's 200 of them. Ah, damn, I cannot carry enough. Come on. Don't be silly. Don't be a silly cow. There we go. So right away, let's deactivate everything because it does not need to spend energy right away. There's no need for that. I'm not quite sure if 1 gyro is enough. spot, well, we'll see later. If one gyro is not enough, then later we'll just stick on some gyros on the outside, basically. Because it's really not a concern where these things go. Which is, for one, it's kind of okay, it's good. For another thing, it would be more interesting if it was actually important where these things went. But, hey, cannot have everything. Alright, next up, I want to have some cargo containers. You know, I'm not sure I need, like, huge cargo containers. But cannot hurt, right? Yeah, let's go full, like, symmetry bonus. Let me think. Let me think. I need to be smart right now. Oh damn. I could have done this so much smarter, actually. Yeah, I need to fix my thrusters after this, because I want to have these things connected over the same conveyor ports. No, not a... Technically, they're already connected like this, right? Aren't they? Because they will go over the hydrogen thruster into this. I think that's enough. I'm actually not sure. Let's just for the sake of for security, let's put that here, because with that it will work. Now the problem is I need to attach this real quick, otherwise it will fall apart if I remove the conveyor, and that would not be in my best interest. There we go. Ugh. Stupid construction components, you need so many of them. They're like screws or something, right? That's what they represent with construction components. Screws of any sort and variety. There we go. I actually think this is kind of a cool design with the cargo containers. I don't know if I actually could... oh, I almost made a mistake there. I don't know if I have enough lifting power to carry 4 of these medium cargo containers. But it's just for the sake of, again, symmetry, as I said. That's a thing I like to do, even though it's stupid, generally speaking. It's like form over function with me. Which is, for the space engineers, that's actually not a good quality, right? You would technically want to make it as slim as possible. And I know I said I wanted to make it like a slim, effective craft, but there's like some standards. I have some standards how a spaceship is supposed to look, and yeah, I cannot get past this, sorry. Yeah, but that already looks kinda cool, right? So after that we'll just fit on some more armor blocks, I suppose, and then also some solar panels to the side. Let me just actually, let's put some armor on, shall we? Something like this. And then put solar panels on the side. Something like that. Where is solar? And then I also need to think about where the... Actually, that's perfect. Where the other thrusters for the other directions will go. I'll have to think about that as well. Some solar cells and some girders. It's a weird word for me. Girders. That sounds so weird to me. You have some girders. Alright. So what do we need? We need some solar cells, some girders. What else do we need? Maybe some more steel plates? Yeah. Maybe some more displays? Motors? Oh yeah, maybe also some more interior plates. But I think this is going well. And now the ship, of course, turned on again because the solar panels are not deactivated, which is fine. There we go. Make it like a dart shape, some description. Yeah, that looks alright. I always want to know how it looks from the inside, the cockpit perspective. Now we'll just plug up these holes here. Something like that. I also want to fit an antenna onto it. But I have to check where I would... Maybe I'll put it on top of here, actually. That's not a bad idea. Oh, I'm an idiot. Of course, I need to weld first the inner block before I do anything. There we go. That's wrong. There we go. Yes, it's taking shape, slowly but surely. I have to fill these here as well. Then do the same thing, get one of these. Yep, that's symmetrical. So at the top we could put, or at the bottom we could put the antenna, and at the top we put a oh god, I did it again. A spotlight. So it's not perfectly symmetrical, but the overall form is symmetrical. And I think that's enough, for me at least. So it still has some interesting forms. And now we'll just put in... I need to keep an eye onto my hydrogen bottles, not that I fall out of the sky suddenly. That wouldn't be too nice. You know, the thing is, I bet somebody's watching me building this right now, and he's like, he's like slamming his head on his hand on his head, and it's like, "Oh God, you're doing it wrong. Way too much weight." And yeah, that might actually be possible. Or I'm doing something else that's super stupid. I'm not quite sure. I actually just got an idea as well. I need to just cut out this middle section right here. Because I just realized I should have kind of an access hatch to the inventory, right? So we're gonna do this via a small cargo container, which will go right there. Yeah, that's fine. That's gonna... Oh, again, I did the stupid thing. I should stop doing the stupid thing, but I cannot help myself. There we go. On the other side, of course, I did it as well. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. I'm really, really happy with the progress so far. I hope this thing is gonna work in the end. Would be very disappointed if it just, like, didn't even take off. Just absolutely, like, failed completely. That would be the worst. So, right here we put a small cargo container. Is it too wide right? There we go. That's the right way around. That's also important, so you can read it, right? Very important indeed. Oop. Didn't want to disassemble it. There we go. Alright, let's do it the smart way this time. Well, actually, this time I couldn't even fuck up even if I wanted to, because I welded the inner parts already from the other side. So it didn't even matter. Oh well. Oh yeah, this is getting very nicely along so far. But still, I need more metal grids. That's the biggest problem at this point. I mean, everything else is alright. I think I should also be able to build an antenna, since I grabbed myself some communication components, I think they're called, from a drone which had an antenna. What was I searching for there? So I think that should be fine. Yeah, I do have exactly enough radio components. For exactly that reason, that I snagged it off a small drone, basically. There we go. So there we go, there we have the antenna, and now we put a spotlight on top. Like right here. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Very nice indeed. So there's also now the question where should we put the small thrusters that go the other way. And I think it's gonna be something along these lines, that are gonna be on this level, some description. Which is now stupid, because I will have to move this. And I have to be very careful not to fuck up right now. I'll just do it this way. There we go. Now we should be able to cut this. Yes. Just don't cut too much. There we go. Also, we need some thrusters that look in the front-facing direction. Actually, that shouldn't be too hard, you know. I can just do this, right? Because this would be then perfectly counterbalanced with braking and accelerating, technically speaking. But it will also mean we need a ton more of hydrogen. And then actually we don't need these. I have another idea. I have also another idea where the sidewards thruster are going. And I don't think we need too much sidewards thruster, because this is basically just a aircraft designed to bring us up and down again. So that's why I'm thinking that we could just put them on out here. And here comes my inexperience with this kind of craft. I don't know if hydrogen can be transported through a cargo container. Therefore, I'll take the safe route and wire it up manually as well. So hopefully somebody can tell me in the comments real quick if hydrogen thrusters can be connected over just cargo containers, basically. Because right now I'm gonna do the safe thing, which is this. But of course the advantage of this is, at least if hydrogen can be transported through cargo containers, should one of these things break, one of the conveyors, it will still work, as long as it's connected somehow, so that's good. Sorry. What was that noise? What is that noise? I had that on the other survival world as well sometimes, with ships, when I added something to it. I'm not quite sure what it is though. It's kind of scary actually. I always think my ship is gonna fall apart. Alright, I think we've completed, there we go, our fuel lines, so to speak. So then we just need to build like a little... I'm not even sure I'll build a big shell around this, because this looks kind of awesome already. I might build some stuff around here to make this connection here a bit secure, because that's flimsy right here. That can break any second, right? So that's of course something I should probably fix. But other than that, I think if you look up away from the actual... Oh, there we go. From the actual thrusters that we still need to have built with... what was it? Metal grids. I think we are set, basically. Right? Where are the... There we go. I have so much... Oh, actually! That's actually fine. Let's take some ice with us. Why can I... God damn it, I cannot take anything with me right now. There we go. I want to take some ice with us so we can put it in our container right now. Let me activate this thing, and now I should be able to put it from here into the oxygen generator. Neat. Very neat. So this works perfectly fine. Oh, interior plates. Of course something is missing, otherwise it wouldn't be funny. There's some more interior plates. Good. Watch, in like 2 blocks I'll run out of like construction components or something. No? Game is not trolling me? Nice. Alright, that's good. Now let's put as much material as we can into these. We'll need some steel tubes. Ah, there we go. Construction components are out. Steel tubes. Where are the construction components? Oh! Hello, metal grids! Where did you come from? Okay. Good to know. It's still not enough, I think. But, I mean, that's okay. We could already finish a lot of these right now. Yeah, we need more construction components as well. God damn! Don't need any of these. So, let's get rid of this stuff we don't need right now. Get some more tubes, get some more interior plates and construction components, and get all the metal grids we can. Some small tubes, just because, I don't know, maybe we'll need them. Oh. Actually, we need steel plates, not anything else. Alright, that's good. Let's just put everything in. Yeah, see, it's not even enough metal grids for the big thrusters to finish. And we still have some small ones we need to get through as well. But that's already a huge amount of progress. We'll also put some lights onto the rocket later, not right now. But well, I need to actually add these small thrusters here, with the option of adding more at one point. Because I noticed that this is not even feasible to have this little thrusters on the thing. I might like expand it to have 3 on each side, but for now this is enough, right? I mean, really, I want to go up, stop, and then rearrange, and then go like that. It's not meant to be like a combat aircraft where you zigzag and shit. It's really just point into a direction, which you can do with position yourself with the sideways thrusters, and then just go. And then stop again, reposition. That's exactly what it's meant for, and nothing else, really. Alright, so let's make this stuff here a little bit less flimsy. Because if that breaks, the rocket will fall out of the sky like a broken bird. That's nothing we can afford. I mean, we put a lot of material into this. I mean, all of our metal grids got into this build, and Right now I don't have any more. I even need to search some. So I'm not very keen on losing this. So I want to make it as secure as possible. So yeah, now we have like a steel plate cross. Which is kind of nice. Question is, do I want to have more? I think I do. Just put like one block, corner block in here. You know, something like that. And maybe even something like this. I don't know. I really don't know if... I just want to make it secure, you know? I don't want it to break apart when I just hit something slightly. Also, sometimes there's like a psychological effect that plays into building these things, because your human mind is thinking, this is not stable, we need to reinforce this. But in space engineers physics, of course, it is stable. It's just a bit flimsy, but it's stable. As long as you don't do stupid stuff, it's stable. So I guess that's kind of my like real world brain telling me to do something that it's not technically necessary, but yeah, you know. Let's put some of these on here. Just like that. Now I'm just adding some random blocks just to make it look a bit more appealing, basically. But yeah, I think like this should hold out quite well. I wonder how heavy this thing is now. Also, I don't want to cut it off at this point. Also, this is not made for landing on like planet surfaces. So no landing gears. We'll have a connector that is made to actually, you know, connect to this thing. But I don't think we'll put on landing gears. Wait, where is the weight? Oh, I cannot see it. Why can I not see it? That's weird. Really weird. Alright. There's another drone that dropped. So we're off to explore, and I think after this I'll quit for today. And then next time we're gonna search for cobalt. And maybe some of you guys will give me some tips if my rocket is actually viable or not. So I might have to change it up next time. But basically I'm very happy with it so far. So we just need to finish off the hydrogen blocks. Then we need to let it run for a few hours maybe to produce enough hydrogen so we can fly over and connect it to our main hub, so to speak, so we can leach all the hydrogen from the tanks, and then it's basically ready to go. Well, that's something I actually have to build still. The like the base station with heavy armor plates and connection to the main station. Now careful. Careful, careful. It's right in the mountainside here. Not quite sure what kind of drone this is. It has little feet. It's a little feet drone. Ding! Rainbow rifle! Oh my god, that's beautiful! I want to test out the rainbow rifle. That's actually, I think we already found a drone like this. That's where I got the radio communications components from, actually. So here we get some more metal grids and uranium, thank you. Steel plates. Do I have a full inventory or what is the... Oh, that's a parachute hatch. Ah, I'm an idiot. There we go, that's the inventory. Nice! Rainbow rifle, isn't that sweet? Just saw it into pieces. Alright, now we... Let's see if this time we are careful. And we're not crashing into the ground. Let's see if we can actually manage it. I just need to descend very slowly and carefully, not too fast, you know. That's the biggest problems on like planetary ships. If you wanted them to have such a high amount of power, so you can do these very like breakneck maneuvers, you would have to fit a shit ton of thrusters on your ship, which means you have to build in more batteries and reactors, which means more weight, which means more thrusters. It's just a freaking mess. So most of the ships I have built on planets are very like how do you say that? Not very agile. And even now, you see how fast we're descending. That's kind of scary, actually. You really need to be careful when you're trying to land. Which is actually very realistic, because, let's be honest, the most difficult part of flying, as I speak that as somebody who has no experience, I would imagine is taking off and landing, right? That's the most difficult part. I mean, as soon as you're in the air, there's not much that can happen. In normal conditions, right? I mean, you don't have to dodge shit in the air, right? There's not. That's the beauty about air travel. You don't have to dodge that many shit. In just you know, like if you compare it to, I don't know, traveling on the roads and stuff. So, taking off and landing, I suppose, the most difficult thing. There we go. Is it? Wait, did I do it correctly? It's recharging, yeah. Okay, good. Oh yeah, rainbow rifle. Rainbow rifle! Oh, that's sweet. Oh god, that's sweet. It looks like one of these Nerf toy guns. I'm gonna kill you with Nerf darts. I don't want to waste too much ammo. My god, look at it. It's really cool. And my kitty makes an appearance. Say hello to the internet, kitty. You're just not supposed to walk on my desk, you silly. Alright. So I think I'll leave this session with the impression of my ship, my new, and the Leopard Rainbow Toy Gun Space Engineers. Seriously now? Alright guys, I'll see you next time, and hope you have a good week. Take care.